So if you have been banging your head on the wall, trying to figure this marketing thing out, trying to figure out how you can get new clients into your business, don't worry, this video is perfect for you because I'm gonna be outlining the exact steps that you need to take to get someone to turn from a perfect stranger to a paying customer. Okay, so first things first, let's just throw away the word marketing and let's think of it as relationship building. So what are the natural steps that would occur if you were dating someone? How would you go from being a stranger to getting to the point of actually deciding that you want to date them and then deciding that this is somebody that you would want to marry down the line? So think about what are the steps that would naturally occur before you decided you were ready to marry someone. The same steps need to be in place if you want to get someone to buy. You have to remember always that when someone lands on your page for the first time, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever it is that you're using to attract people, whenever they land on your page for the first time, they are not ready to make a buying decision. So you have to make sure that you have your steps in place to get them to the point of being ready to buy. So what are those steps? So just like when you are dating someone, or not dating, but when you run into someone on the street, the first thing that happens is the attraction phase. There's something about them that's gonna draw you to them, whether they smell good or they look good or whatever it is that is on the surface level that gets your attention. You wanna have something in place like that that's very similar in your business. So if you're using social media, which most of us are, to market yourself, you need to have something at the attraction level that's going to get their attention. This is your content. The content that you're putting is going to need to spark interest in them because it's something that they desire, something that they have a need for, or maybe you're addressing or attacking or hitting one of their pain points and it makes them stop and say, okay, this might be for me. And then at the second stage, after you manage to attract someone, what needs to happen? Okay, so you need to go to the dating phase. Now, before you even get to the point of dating, there needs to be an exchange of information. So just like someone on the street, if you saw them and you found them attractive and you knew that you would want to see them again, you would need to get their number. There would be an exchange of information so that you can contact them on another basis. It's the same thing when you are marketing. You need to get their email address, but you're going to exchange the email address for a piece of valuable information so that you have the opportunity in the future to further the conversation with them. You want to make sure that as soon as you hook them and you get their attention, you have a way to capture their information. Otherwise, if that person goes away, you might not ever see them again, and you are leaving money on the table because you do not have a way to further the communication with them. The other thing that's happening at this stage is you are determining whether or not you guys are a good fit or whether you are an energetic match. So just like going back to the dating analogy, when you're going on these dates, you're seeing whether your values align, whether you can see a future with them, whether you like the way they laugh or the way they chew. Those little simple things do matter. It's the same exact thing in your business. You want to make sure that you and the person that you're taking along this journey are an energetic match. So the things like your core values are extremely important. It's important for you to show the kind of person that you are, along with explaining and getting them to have a good understanding of the kind of value that you have to offer them. The value by itself is not enough. You need to make sure that they understand that they are receiving the value from someone that they could connect with. Now, this dating phase, it would technically be called the nurture phase when you are marketing, and there are different ways to nurture people. You can nurture them after you've collected their email address and you send them a series of emails that are kind of warming them up and getting them used to the idea of buying from you. But it doesn't just happen in the email alone. You are also nurturing people by the content that you continue to put out, because not only are they seeing that, yes, you have good information, but you are consistent in your communication of the value that you provide. So remember, at the attraction phase, you are putting out content that resonates. to take it to the next phase of dating, there needs to be an exchange where you are getting their email. And then the other thing that's also happening at this level is that you are evaluating. You're evaluating whether you are a good fit. Now, after this process happens for some time, you've been nurturing, you've been getting to know each other, and you know that you are a good match, that is when you can finally go in for the big question. And the big question is, will you buy from me? Now, the way that you ask this question is important. Imagine you're dating this man and the whole experience is amazing, but then he proposes to you in McDonald's. Now, I don't know about you. Maybe you're okay with that kind of thing, and maybe I'm just being bougie, but if my man proposes to me in McDonald's, I would feel like he didn't put any effort, any thought into creating a special experience for me. The same thing needs to be taken into consideration in your business. You need to make sure that at each level or each phase or each stage that you are continuing to maintain a certain level of trust, because people are not quick to want to throw their money at you. It's very hard for us to decide, okay, I'm gonna spend money with this person, especially when it's a large amount. So even if I went through this whole stage and I feel like it would be a good fit to spend money with them, but if they ask me to send them money in Cash App, then they've kind of broken that level of trust and I might not want to make that investment with them. So at this phase is when they have decided to go on, never mind that part, but this is when they have decided to go on a transformational journey with you. So they've decided to go on this transformational journey with you. Now, oh, this marker's strong. Sorry. Okay. All of this sounds very simple, right? Doesn't it? But the key is making sure that you are creating the right content, that you are nurturing them in the right way, and that you are using the right sales mechanism to make sure that this whole process is seamless so that you can successfully turn someone from a complete stranger to a buyer. Now, once you have this system mapped out and you truly understand the right system that works for your business, you'll be able to use this on a repeatable basis to market all of your offers or every service that you have. You can use this system or the principles of this system to attract clients. Now, here's the big mistake that I see many people making online and why you're not getting very far when it comes to trying to get new clients, right? So the first thing that happens when a new person lands on your page is you're asking them the big question right away. Will you buy from me? And then the next step in your client attraction process is the big question again. And you've basically built out this whole system of only asking people to buy from you without giving them the information that would make them feel like they can trust you, or without giving them the information that would even make them understand that what you have to offer would benefit them in the first place. And I feel like this is very selfish marketing that is focused on getting money alone, because you haven't taken the time to truly understand who your target customer is, what your customer wants, what it is that they truly need, and how to speak to them or communicate with them in a way that would get them to, once again, at the attraction phase, feel like, oh my God, this girl knows what she's talking about. Let me stick around. Oh my God, let me give her my email address because I feel like this freebie that she has to offer can benefit me. And then through a series of other conversations, feel like, wow, this freebie was great, but what she has to offer is even better, and it's going to be transformational for me. And because it's going to be transformational for me, I'm willing to put the dollars in to get it. Okay? So the trick is making sure that you are at the top, creating content that sticks, so so that you are getting people to know and like you, and that at the center you are nurturing them in the right way so that you are getting them to trust you, and you are deepening that trust to the point where they feel like they are ready to buy. So this is something that I work with my clients to do. I help them to create the perfect offer backed by the perfect message or the right message, and then figuring out who that message would be best for, or identifying the target customer so that we can then streamline or create their very own step-by-step process or plan so that they can successfully turn their followers or the people who land on their page for the first time into satisfied, happy customers, buyers, clients, or whatever you would want to call it. Now, if you found this video helpful and you are ready to take the first step or the next step into successfully attracting clients on a consistent basis by creating your very own system, go to the link in the description, because I have a free client attraction quiz that will help you identify your first step in creating your own system that is backed by this relationship building principle. So don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and make sure you are subscribed, because if you are not subscribed by now, I don't know what you're doing. And let me know what your biggest takeaway was.